Hello, I'm Mike Russell from musicradiocreative.com. You may already know I'm a big fan of iZotope plugins, particularly their Ozone 8 mastering plugin. Good news on that front coming up. As of today, Ozone 8 Elements is free. I know, it's amazing. A $129 plugin, now free. You can check the link in the description to this video and go pick it up while it lasts, because it's for a limited time only. Why? Because Ozone 9 is around the corner. But before that happens, I thought in this video, I'll check out some of my favorite things that Ozone 8 is able to do, including Mastering Assistant. Let's go and check it out now. Okay, here are some of the greatest hits of Ozone 8 Elements. Now, you might notice I'm using the advanced version, but don't worry, I'm only going to show you things that are available in Elements so you can get an idea of how cool this is. The best feature, in my opinion, has to be the Master Assistant, which is right here. You can use it on anything. Right here, I've got a bit of dull speech.
The future is arriving so fast. Difficult to predict what shape it will take.
That's literally just come raw out of my TLM-103 microphone. Little bit of DBX processing, not much, but as you can hear, it's very flat. Well, this is where Master Assistant comes into play, as this is a mastering plugin. So I click it, and it says, okay, what are you going for? Is this streaming? Is this CD master? Or just for reference? So I'm going to click streaming. Generally, that's for online stuff, so that's good. You click next. It waits for you to play audio. I'm going to need to loop it round because it's going to need to listen for quite a few seconds, and then it's going to enhance the audio, master it essentially. Let's listen to what it does.
The future is arriving so fast. Difficult to predict what shape it will take.
You can see it's analyzing the audio
so fast.
And as it's looping around, it's setting EQ,
what shape
analyzing dynamic range.
The future is arriving so fast.
Wow.
Difficult to predict what shape it will take.
Again, setting a few other bits.
The future is arriving so fast. Difficult to predict what shape it will take.
And
the
finally,
future is arriving so fast. Difficult to predict what shape it will take. The future is...
And there we go. Accept the settings, and then we can have a look at exactly what has happened here. We've added some EQ. Look at those EQ shapes, those EQ graphs that have been specifically custom created by the AI inside this plugin to make my voice sound better.
The future is arriving so fast. Difficult to predict what shape it will take.
And then you've got dynamics, so that is not in use. As you can see, that plugin is disabled, but you've got some dynamic EQ.
The future is arriving so fast.
Look at that. And the maximizer to just boost the volume of my audio. So now, if we go back and disable this plugin.
The future is arriving so fast.
Enable.
Difficult to predict what shape it will take.
Amazing stuff for overall mastering, but it doesn't stop there. If you've got a piece of music and you think, I could do with jazzing up. Okay, this is not too bad. Look at that sweeping frequency there. Let's check that out. Whoa. Sorry if you're a dog or sensitive to high-pitched frequencies. Let's see what the Master Assistant does with this. So again, you just drag it up here, look for iZotope Ozone 8, and again, we'll go for the Master Assistant here, and we're going for streaming. Now, let's go for CD this time, and we'll go for high-intensity mastering for CD. Click Next, play the audio. Okay, it's using the old settings, so that's why it got louder. Analyzing this new bed, making some changes, and bear with it, and then I'm going to play you the final result when it's finished. It just takes a few seconds to go through and do all of its AI stuff behind the scenes while you enjoy the music. Really, really cool stuff. Okay, we're nearly there, and we are done. Yes! Okay, let's accept. Let's see again, it's done stuff like adding EQ, dynamic EQ, a maximizer there. As you can see, that's really kicked in to pull down any of those rogue peaks. If I pull up the preview window here in Audition, you will actually notice the change it's made to the waveform. Wow, it's a lot fatter, it's a lot bigger. Let's play it back. That's loud. That's really loud. And of course, because it's mastering for CD, it's learning the threshold as well to hit a target of minus 14 LUFS. Yes, minus 14 LUFS. I use the LUFS word. This will also allow you to hit a target loudness level. And what is that good for? Well, of course, it's good for podcasters. Here is a podcast.
I've been seeking you out for quite some time to do this interview.
Okay, just a general recorded podcast, no processing on it. Again, I'll go in. I think this is a great plugin for overall mastering of podcasts. So once you've done all your editing, you've added your effects chain, you've done all of that stuff, go into Ozone, look for the Master Assistant. We'll, again, master it for streaming, run through some audio.
I've been seeking
and again,
you
it's
out
going to
for
do
quite
its
some
magic
time
stuff
do
to this spoken
interview.
stuff. I'm just going to fade it down while it does its AI stuff. As you can see here, it's reshaping the waveform down there. Look at that. So it's ready for you to save as an MP3 and upload to your podcast host. But most importantly, with that last thing in the chain, the thing that the iZotope Ozone 8 Elements is doing here is it's targeting a target LUFS, which we know is so important to podcasters. So I'm just going to stop this now, and you can go in and you can say, okay, my target LUFS should be minus 16, which is generally accepted as the loudness level for podcasting. It's going to whir through, make all the adjustments it needs to make, and then I can play back this perfectly normalized audio.
I've been seeking you out for quite some time to do this interview.
And as you can hear, it hasn't made that much of a difference to the audio because it's a podcast. We don't want to blow out our listeners' ears with overcompressed audio. But this is before. Let's have a listen.
I've been seeking you out for
And then after a subtle bit of mastering,
I've been seeking you out for quite some
just here, everything's a little more intelligible, a little easier to hear. This is the beauty of Ozone 8. So I've shown you 3 use cases in this short example. I've shown you how you can do a voiceover, make it pop out the speakers, make it sound better, take a music bed and really crush it down and master it for CD, or maybe playing out in a club if you're a DJ, something like that. It's fantastic for that. And if you're a podcaster and you want to make your podcast just sound that little bit better, add the little bit of sparkle or icing on the cake and hit your target LUFS, then Ozone 8 is definitely the plugin for you, or soon to be Ozone 9. So there you go. Ozone 8 Elements is free for a limited time only. Click the link in the description. If you miss it, no worries. Go check out Ozone 9. I'm sure it is going to be fantastic, and I hope at some point to review it on my channel too.